Any chair that will never be filled again. The closet where a coat still carries someone's scent. At the kitchen table where silence sits heavier than food. Inside a name spoken in the past tense for the first time. Beneath the hum of traffic that continues without mercy. In the rubble of a bombed apartment.
Any chair that will never
Everything is upside down.
Became the final conversation.
What am I going to do with my life?
In the slow packing of objects into labeled boxes. Along the railing of a bridge where someone once stood too long. Inside the tremor of hands signing divorce papers.
I think feeling isolated is part of grief, and grief is a lonely process.
To collapse after holding yourself together all day. Inside the ache of returning to work too soon. Beneath the weight of clothes donated.
I often try to explain grief as a rabbit hole you're in.
In the waiting room, where hope thinned by the hour. Inside a mirror.
Not knowing where you are exactly, and it's dark, and you're all alone in the rabbit hole.
When you feel outside of time. Beneath the first holiday without them.
I mean,
Inside
come on,
a recipe
it's the biggest letting go you have to do in your life.
along the edge of a bed, too large for one body. And the unsent message still glowing on a screen.
Everything is in my body,
No one speaks
like screaming, crying,
the closing of a
confused,
factory
angry.
that held generations inside the body, remembering touch without contact.
I believe it's more in the body than we
You forget
think.
their voice.
It has nothing to do with the head.
Beneath the apology never received, in the hesitation before deleting the contact, along the quiet of a friend
There are
who does
bubbles,
not know what to
something
say.
emerges,
Beneath
something
the
is
soft
working.
purr of an animal who senses your sorrow at the first laugh that surprises you.
That's like grief, constantly working inside you.
Where they were still alive. In the morning, when you must remember again.
I'm feeling so lonely with this grief,
They carry inherited
and
trauma.
I think that's the fatal
The
thing,
reopening of the wound. You thought it scarred.
that we give grief such a timestamp where you feel like afterwards it's okay again.
At the return to a place you swore you'd never revisit.
Or where the environment also says,
The
I can't listen to it again.
that does not
Now it's enough.
erase love
Let's talk about something else.
at the fragile beginning of loving again.
If you just move on, keep running. Somewhere you will bump your nose. And I think it's actually so important that you don't get rid of grief, and that you don't get rid of people who are sad. And that it's so important for society that you don't exclude it somehow. It's like a holy, sacred work. And that's where I think the transformation happens.
in the city you moved to without in the new cafe open childhood home you whistled to strangers in the old voice keep alive because once gave it to you in the slight and in the hesitation you still have
Hugging trees has been my favorite thing to do.
who stops in the soft collapse of your posture when no one is watching.
Grieving is about memories,
in the friendship
remembrances.
changed password that once included their name in the body that no longer moves as it once in the cupboard where their favorite mug remains cut down on your street in the awkwardness of other people's discomfort
It's the essence.
in the city
You get back to the essence of life.
in the childhood home gray sold to strangers
I mean, it begins and there's always an end
once more
in everything.
in the slight envy of those who still have what you lost in the silence after it's been a year already in the way the realization that you are older than they ever became in the small courage of throwing
I think we would also recognize
you had to
death
abandon
more as
in the
like
slow
a
and the
thread,
friendship
like
constant
threads
goes
of death and life
in the
together,
way grief becomes a
that are really
room you carry
interconnected.
inside you
and life